Have you ever seen one of those math problems that just completely breaks the internet? You know the ones I'm talking about. They look so simple, but the comments section is just a total war zone of people arguing over the answer. Well, there's a really good reason for that, and today we're going to crack that code and settle the debate for good. Okay, let's just dive right in with the classic. Take a look at this. 6 plus 2 times 3. Seems easy enough, right? Go ahead, take a second and try to solve it in your head. You got an answer? Okay, lock it in, because you might be surprised by what's coming next. So, these are the two answers that pop up most of the time, 24 and 12. Now, if you got 24, you probably just went from left to right? You added 6 and 2 first. But if you got 12, you did something else. So who's right? How on earth can one little problem have two totally different answers?
Well, this kind of confusion is exactly why we're here. Welcome to Learn with Ease. This is the place where we make math make sense. We're all about giving you those straightforward, clear explanations that help you go from just getting the basics to becoming a total pro. We are absolutely going to solve this puzzle together, and by the end, you'll feel way more confident tackling any problem just like it.
You see, the reason this gets so confusing isn't because math is trying to trick you. It's because math has a universal rule book. Yeah, seriously, it's kind of like grammar for a language. These rules make sure we all understand what's being said, and, most importantly, that we all get to the same single correct answer.
This quote here really says it all. To avoid any mix-ups, mathematicians all over the world basically came together and agreed on a specific order to do calculations. It's a convention, an agreement that makes math this super reliable universal language no matter where you are.
And that secret rulebook? Well, it has a name you've probably heard before, BODMAS. This little acronym is the key to everything. It tells you the exact order to do things. You handle the brackets first, then orders, then division and multiplication, and you finish up with addition and subtraction. This, my friends, is the secret code we're about to crack. Now you might be thinking, hey, my teacher taught me PEMDAS, or maybe BODMAS, and that's totally fine. Don't let the different names throw you off. At the end of the day, parentheses are just another word for brackets, and exponents or indices are the exact same thing as orders. It's all the same set of rules, just with a different name. All right, so the real key here is to understand what each letter in BODMAS actually stands for and what it's telling you to do. So let's unpack this code, one step at a time, so you'll never forget it. First up, we've got B for brackets. Here's the deal. Anything you see inside a set of brackets or parentheses gets top priority. No questions asked. I like to think of it as the VIP section of the equation. They get to skip the line and go first every single time. Let's see how this actually works. If you have 4 times, open bracket, 6 plus 2, we completely ignore the multiplication for a second and head straight for that VIP section. We solve the bracket. 6 plus 2 is 8. Now the equation is super simple. 4 times 8, which is 32. See? The brackets always get taken care of first. Okay, quick challenge for you. What is, open bracket, 2 plus 3, close bracket, times 4? I'll give you a second. So next up in BODMAS is O for orders. Now this one might sound a little formal, but it's really not. It's just talking about things like powers and square roots. Think of these as the superpowered moves in math. They're just a shortcut for multiplying something by itself. So 4 squared is just a much faster way of writing 4 times 4. Let's look at an example. 3 times 4 squared. Now remember, O for orders comes way before M for multiplication. So we've got to deal with that power first. 4 squared is 16. Then we can do the multiplication. 3 times 16 equals 48. If we had done it the other way around, we'd get a totally different answer, and it would be wrong.
Okay, so we've got the basics down, but right now, we're heading into the danger zone. And I'm not kidding, this is the most important part. We're going to talk about dodging the common traps that catch pretty much everyone, even people who think they know BODMAS. And here it is, the #1 myth. A lot of people believe that you always do multiplication before you do division. This is probably the single biggest trap of them all.
So here's the truth, the actual fact. Division and multiplication are partners. They're a team. They have the exact same level of priority. You don't play favorites, you simply solve them in the order they show up, moving from left to right across the page. Whatever you see first, you do first.
And guess what? The exact same rule applies to the last 2 letters in BODMAS. Addition and subtraction are also partners with equal priority. So in this example, 20 minus 5 plus 3, we don't just jump ahead to the addition. Nope.
We work from left to right. 20 minus 5 is 15. Then, we take that 15 and add 3, which gives us the correct answer, 18.
All right, you've learned the code, and now you know how to dodge the traps. You've got all the tools you need, so let's put it all together and prove that you are a BODMAS master.
Here's a real-world problem for you. You buy a book for 12 pounds and a pen for 3 pounds, and you pay with a 20-pound note. So, how would you write this out as one single math problem? And of course, what's the answer? Think about how you might need to use brackets here to make it work.
Okay, here's how you'd solve it. First, you need to figure out the total cost of your items, right? So you group 12 plus 3 together in brackets. Your equation becomes 20 minus, open bracket, 12 plus 3. BODMAS tells us we have to solve that bracket first. 12 plus 3 is 15. Now it's a piece of cake. 20 minus 15 is 5. You get 5 pounds change. See? Perfect.
So, why does any of this even matter? I mean, who cares? Well, this isn't just some random exercise for math class. This order of operations is basically the fundamental grammar for everything. From managing your money, to figuring out your grades, to scientific formulas, and even writing a line of computer code. This rule is what makes our modern world work.
BODMAS brings this clear, predictable order to the world of numbers. It makes sure everyone, everywhere, is on the same page. It kind of makes you think, doesn't it? What are the unspoken rules that bring order and clarity to your world, both online and in real life?
And just like that, you've cracked a code. If you found this helpful and you want to keep making math make sense, do us a huge favor and hit that like button, drop a comment, and share this with a friend who might need it. And definitely be sure to subscribe and follow Learn with Ease for more explainers that turn that confusion. Thanks for watching.